Hey guys, my name is Jeremy with both students that go to Hope City U.
We strongly believe that God is working in our youth ministry, and we're super excited for what He has in store for us.
In addition to this, guys, we strongly believe that following Jesus is the best decision anybody could ever make. Even as a high school student, I can feel, Kaden can feel the effects of Him in our school life, in our relationships, in the stress and anxiety that I truly believe is deeply rooted in all the terrible tests they've chosen to give us. But guys, through it all, we can see Jesus working in our lives with peace and security.
We believe that Christ died and rose again after 3 days, and this is the center of our belief system.
Guys, right now you're going to be watching a digital Good Friday service. But we believe that this is going to give you guys some sort of inspirational content for those tough times.
And so, why this video? Because God's not only working through the adults in our ministry, He's also working through you, and He has a lot in store for us.
So guys, this video might not even change the world. It might not even change our big city of Edmonton. But guys, we want to put some form of inspirational content out there for you guys.
Good Friday is important to us because it puts us in a position of waiting for something bigger, better, and stronger than us.
Guys, this video is for you, it's for your friends, for your family. Guys, we want to let you know that we want you to put out this hope to the entire city of Edmonton.
And we hope you enjoy this video.
So I was first introduced to the story of Jesus when I was about 10 years old. It was Good Friday, actually, like today. And when I started learning about this man, it seemed pretty straightforward and actually quite inspiring, but it had major issues with some of the storylines. A man giving up his life, but not only giving it up, but being completely brutalized in the process. He's being chained, whipped, skins breaking with blood, a crown of thorns, being nailed to a tree. I'm not okay with that. That's inhumane. It's not okay. So Good Friday can't be. What's so good about portraying one of the most gruesome deaths over the course of humanity? But then I examined the life of Jesus. I examined his miracles. I looked at his teachings. I looked at the prophecies of him coming and apparently being the Son of God. But the more I looked into it, I found out that his actions matched his words. His teaching were more than inspirational. They were life-altering. His teachings were more than just changing your behavior. They were transformational on the inside out. So Jesus is more than a man. Could he truly be the Son of God? And if that's the case, then death for Jesus wasn't a game over. It was actually just a gateway to something bigger and better. Because the beauty about Jesus is that he knew death wouldn't win. So if he died today, then he's still ready for tomorrow. See, I feel for the people who watched the event of the crucifixion of Jesus, just imagining the heartache and the pain and the agony that they're just going through. See, John 19:30 says this, that when Jesus finally took his last drink, he said these words, "It is finished." And then at that moment, he bowed his head and gave up that spirit. See, although those last words were inspiring, I doubt they would comfort the grieving in the moment. But then when you take a step back and look at the bigger picture, Jesus finished it. But what did he finish? Did he finish arguments? Did he finish famine, financial struggles? I think it goes much deeper than that. If Jesus said who he said he was, then friends, Jesus finished sin. He finished my mistakes and your mistakes and all our flaws and everything that comes with it. If Jesus really finished sin, if Jesus said who he was, well, then I guess Good Friday isn't really saying goodbye.
Take me home, 'cause everything feels wrong, and shine a light, 'cause there's no hope in sight. So I'm slowly praying, always waiting, God give me peace of mind. I'm slowly waiting, anticipating, searching for a sign. Praise you when my brittle bones have turned to dust. I will bow down, even when there's nothing left of me to give. When the world can't I'll be singing as I weep.
So it wasn't a goodbye to Jesus. It was actually a goodbye to death. Now, back in John 19:30, it says this, that Jesus breathed his final breath and he said these three words, "It is finished." Now, number one, the words of Christ were carefully chosen here, and two, the work of Christ was confidently completed. Now, for those who call themselves Jesus followers, do you know who we're putting our lives into? Like, it's a mind-blowing concept. Check it out. This is what it says in Romans chapter 5. It says, "When we were utterly helpless, Christ came at just the right time and died for us sinners." Now, most people would not be willing to die for an upright person, though someone might perhaps be willing to die for a person who's especially good. But God showed his great love for us by sending Christ to die for us while we were still sinners. Since we've been made right with Christ in God's sight by the blood of Christ, he will certainly save us from God's condemnation. Now, here's the crazy part. For since our friendship with God was restored by the death of his Son while we were still his enemies, we will certainly be saved through the life of his Son. Like, in what world will the hero die for the villain? And that's exactly it. That's exactly the point. There's no world that would happen in. And that was the beauty of this message, this specific love story, because it goes beyond our own comprehension. Now, I remember waking up on Saturday mornings so excited to watch Batman cartoons. I loved it. Eating Captain Crunch, watching Bruce Wayne saving the city of Gotham. It's fantastic. When I was watching the TV shows and movies about superheroes, often they saved people from the bad guys. They didn't save the bad guys. So, Jesus dying on the cross, not only saving the good, but also saving the bad. It's incredible. So, how do we accept it? Well, it's quite simple. Romans 10 puts it this way, that if we confess that Jesus is Lord and believe that God raised him from the dead, then we will be saved. See, to follow Jesus isn't just doing, it's accepting. Accepting the most tremendous love that changed the course of humanity. So, what's so good about Good Friday? It's a goodbye to death and a thank you to Jesus.
For God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, that whosoever believeth in him should not perish, but have everlasting life. I want us all to say it together. For God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, that whosoever believeth in him should not perish, but have everlasting life.
Stand before you now, as honestly as I know how, regardless of the things I've done. My hope is found in perfect love. Oh, my hope is found in your open arms.
Christ alone my hope is found. He is my light, my strength, my song. This cornerstone, this solid ground, firm through the fiercest drought and storm. What heights of love, what depths of peace, when fears are stilled, when striving cease. My comforter, my all in all, here in the love of Christ I stand. In Christ alone, who took on flesh, fullness of God in helpless babe, this gift of love and righteousness, scorned by the ones he came to save. Till on the cross, as Jesus died, the wrath of God was satisfied. For every sin on him was laid. Here in the death of Christ I live. Oh, oh, I found my strength, I found my hope, I found my help in Christ alone. When fear assails, when darkness falls, I found my peace in Christ alone. I give my life, I give my all. I sing this song to Christ alone, the King of Kings, the Lord of Lords. All heaven sings to Christ alone. No guilt in life, no fear in death. This is the power of Christ in me. From life's first cry to final breath, Jesus commands my destiny.
So why do we celebrate Good Friday every year? It was a one-time event. Well, every year this is such a great reminder of what we get to look forward to. And the book of Corinthians mentions how we are a new creation, therefore the old is gone. Revelation 21 mentions how God is now among his people. He will be with them and they will be his. He will live among them and he will wipe every tear from their eye, and there'll be no more death or sorrow or crying or pain, and all these things are gone forever. Good Friday is so good because we get to say goodbye to fear and guilt and shame. We get to say goodbye to stress and anxiety, but we now get to say a new word, hello. So goodbye to rejection, hello to acceptance. Goodbye to change, hello to hope. Goodbye to defeat, hello to victory. Now this is the end of the curse. This is all debt paid. So goodbye to the powers of hell. Goodbye to darkness and all that is encompassed in it. Through Jesus' death, he snatched a key, not only to give us hope that will last forever, but to lock death in its casket forever. For those who are watching, I want to let you know that death has died because of the greatest love story ever told, and that is through Jesus. So why is Good Friday so good? It's because we get to say goodbye to death, thank you to Jesus, and hello to freedom.